Peace, infinite waters diving deep. Once again, we're here in nature. Breathe in that beautiful prana. 7 secrets of the law of attraction. I say there is no better time to do something than now. And what I'm doing is not a hassle, it's an honor because it is what I love. Along my journey, I've heard so much of the law of attraction, I've talked about it, but diving deeper, I have seen there is a whole science which I use that has helped me. And many times it is the words that we use because a lot of us feel just close your eyes and think of what you want and it magically comes to you. That's what I used to think until I realized I was just sitting down all the time. So, these are the 7 things I never knew about the law of attraction. Now I know, and now I use it in my daily life to help me become the greatest version of myself. Number 1, there is no greater secret to the law of attraction than radical action. This whole word attraction, that can lead many of us to just a dormant behavior. To just sit down and not do anything. I say you have to act. You have to get up and move. That's why I say radical action is the law of attraction. Because when we see that by every day doing what you are most passionate about, now you start putting your intention into the universe. Instead of waiting for life to happen to you, you are now imprinting your own intention. And it does wonders. Number 2, we have a core frequency we are all vibrating on. I use the analogy of musical notes. Some people are C's, some people are D's, F sharp. I see myself as a C. I love to raise the frequency in nature, the finer things in life. Whatever we are vibrating with at our core frequency is what we are attracting. And sometimes there is nothing we can do about that. That is why what you need is very different from what I need. The question is, how is it serving us? Because everything we need is always attempting to find its way to us. I have seen we have to start surrendering to it. That is why it is not so much about doing all the time. It is about keeping that balance with being and being ready to receive what our core frequency desires. And it is all held together by our belief systems. That is the power of it. Also, the words we are using. I say there is no limit. I don't say I want, I say I have, because now that moves me into the gratitude consciousness. Number 3, the law of attraction I have seen is in essence from the 7 Hermetic principles. Now we have the principle of correspondence. That is the law of attraction. So, as within, as without. So above, as below. How we are feeling inside of ourselves is a reflection of what we will experience externally to ourselves. And I have seen it so many times along my journey. That's why I am so mindful of the thoughts I am creating. More so, I am not judging how I am feeling. Diving deep is all about embracing your shadow side, the dark side, because through the darkness, we become illuminated. And I'm not perfect. It's not about being perfect to say, I am only going to have positive focus. No. For me, it's about not being in resistance to what we are feeling at that present moment. Now, if we look at the 7 Hermetic principles, you have the principle of mentalism, which is all is mental. So what are we thinking? What are we putting out there in the universe? I love talking about becoming your greatest version. Therefore, I attract people who are in the same process and we are sharing with one another. We have the principle of gender. Everything comprises of masculine and feminine. We have polarity, hot, cold, yin, yang. It is there. And that also governs the law of attraction. To see that not everyone is going to be singing Kumbaya under a tree. The universe itself is an infinite expression, and that is what we experience in life. We have to know where we stand. The principle of rhythm, to realize that it is wonderful to see that there are cycles and signs and seasons for when we will receive certain things. All of us, we want it right now. And that is wonderful. But we have to see that there are seasons in the earth, and that also relates to us. Principle of correspondence. How we are feeling inside determines what we experience outside. Principle of causation, cause and effect. It's all there. And the more I see it, we just have to realize that it's all connected into the law of attraction. And what I love right now is to see how many of us are stripping away what we once believed about the world, more so what we once believed about ourselves. Law of attraction can relate to the kinds of people we are meeting in relationships, the jobs we are attracting, the circumstances we are finding ourselves in. And for me, that is all, going on to number 4, based on our attitude. Now, the attitude we have shapes our blood chemistry. And that's why I say to myself, the attitude I have every single day is a choice. Therefore, the law of attraction is also based on the choices we make. What does that mean? We are not victims, we are co-creators. And an attitude is as simple as waking up to say, my intention is for this day to be liberating, exhilarating, energy generating, energy enhancing. Number 5 is that law of attraction works through a process. Now, a lot of times I have seen that Some people say, I want to be the best tennis player in the world. I want to be the best basketball player in the world. I want to be the best neuroscientist in the world. Okay, but have you gone through the process? And more so, is it in alignment to your true core frequency? That's the question here. I have seen that if you talk to a neuroscientist about the law of attraction, they will talk to you about neuroplasticity. This is how our brain changes based on the experience we are going through. And that's why I am stepping into the radical action every single day, because I'm realizing that the more you do something, the more your brain changes. Now you start attracting your innermost desires. It doesn't happen by just wishing, by just praying. It happens by getting up and moving in the direction of your true heart's desire every single day. Motivation is like bathing. Hey, it doesn't last. That's why you have to do it daily. I say the whole process that we go through, we have to look at the placebo effect. This is the classic case of the sugar pill. We go to the doctor, we take a sugar pill, and now we feel that we are healed. Are we healed? Or is it just that our belief systems is now changing the chemistry of our bodies? How does the placebo effect work in correlation to the law of attraction? 3 simple factors govern a placebo and how it works. Conditioning. So, whether or not we feel we are worthy of something is dependent on our conditioning. What does that mean? It means what programs are running in our subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful than our conscious mind. It is the one which is running the show where all our habits are stored. We already invited Dr. Bruce Lipton to dive deep. And what I've seen is that the secret in tapping into the law of attraction is to tap into your subconscious mind, what we are not aware of. And that, for me, has been done through mindfulness meditation. Once we start hacking into our subconscious mind, now we can start becoming more aware of what we secretly want, why we are making certain decisions, and that puts everything in perspective. The second factor governing a placebo is our expectancy. Do we expect certain living conditions? What kind of things do you expect in life? Because that is what you are attracting. That is what you are putting out into the universe. Because whatever you focus on grows, and you turn into whatever you are tuned into. I say that some of us, we expect below average. That's why for a long time I was in a poverty mindset. Now I change my belief system to put me in an abundance mindset. And it's working. Every single day, you just have to smile, you just have to loosen up, you just have to come out into nature. But more so, you just have to be yourself at your true core frequency. That's what I've done, and that's why I am thriving. And lastly, it is the meaning you are giving to your life. The meaning you are giving to your life determines what you attract. What does it mean to you to do what you are doing? What value does it hold for you? For me, becoming your greatest version is all about elevation. At the same time, it's not about being so serious all the time. But I realize that this is the future, and the future is right now. This will last forever. Number 6 is that it's not about putting pressure on yourself with the law of attraction. A lot of people, they give themselves a deadline. They say, by Friday, I have to be at this place. In 5 years, I have to be married with this amount of children. I have to make more money right now. The more pressure we place on ourselves, the more resistance we have. I have seen that just surrendering to your core frequency is the best way to attract. Surrendering to what feels good within yourself is a wonderful way to become a magnet of that which you seek. Now, I say, when we have a lot of pressure, what's happening here? We are still in a linear time construct. Now, that construct is based around numbers. That construct is based around days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have been deleting these programs to realize there is no limit. There are no numbers. It's all a program. And therefore, once we step out of time and see that the past, the present, and the future is all happening simultaneously, now I have seen that's where you start tapping into the secret. Because you say to yourself, it doesn't matter what day it is, there is no better time to do something than now. That is the power of now in a nutshell. But more so, the less pressure you put on yourself, now you're shaking, you feel total harmony within yourself, your brain frequency drops from beta into alpha, into delta, into theta. This now brings you to your highest state of awareness. And this is essential in attracting, more so moving into your true heart's desire. Many of us, we are living in two worlds right now. The world of our head, the ego, the identity, which is also very necessary because it is an extension of who you are, but it is not the truth of who you are. Your heart space is the greater truth of who you are. So I always ask myself, how am I nourishing my heart space? Because a lot of us, we are doing what friends and family want. We are still afraid to break out of that shell. It's not easy. I have had to move out of my comfort zone. What gives me strength is doing it every single day, being consistent, doing daily consultations. I've been doing this for years and I'm not going to stop anytime soon because I use the words I can, more so I will. There's a whole science to attracting abundance. And I have seen that wisdom is power. Knowledge is power. But the wisdom is the knowledge applied. It all starts with accepting yourself 100% and loving yourself 100%. Because the moment you do that, for me, that is when I started to attract what I want. Have I got everything I need right now? Yes. But is there more for me to acquire? Hell yes. There is always more. Because there is no limit. There is only infinite expansion. And lastly, number 7, is that I have seen the law of attraction is based on how we embody what we seek. Are we an example of what we want? Some people say, I want health, but are you health? Are you eating healthier foods, plant-based foods bursting with live enzymes? Some people say, I want more money. But what is money? Money is currency. Currency is energy. Therefore, how is your own emotional state? How is your own mental state? How is your own physical and spiritual state? We don't attract what we want. We attract how we feel. Have you got a lot of energy within yourself? Then guess what? You have a lot of money. Because the moment you have a lot of depression, that is a virus. Because we are like a computer. The beliefs are the programs. So once we have depression, that is like a virus. And the more free we feel, and once we see that being free is our birthright, now every single cell within our bodies starts working for us. I talk of confidence and trust, trusting yourself 100%. Now, embodying everything you desire, for me, has been all about going into nature. It's also about radical action, because it's hard work. It's only hard at the beginning. The more you do it, it becomes easy. Someone who is a classical pianist has been doing that their whole life. For them, it's like a walk in the park. I have been making videos for years. For me, it's like a walk in the park. But at the beginning, it was very difficult because I was unsure of what I was doing. Now, things are blossoming, they're blooming. I'm living better than ever. Only because I am living what I am talking about. And that is it in a nutshell. Become your greatest version. Do not change who you are for nobody. Because once you accept yourself 100%, the world cannot help but accept you. There you have it. We're in nature, breathing in that beautiful prana, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.